I'm hosting my Astro site on a global CDN with DDoS protection and web application firewall and SSL certificate for 20 cents a month. And in this video, let me show you how you can do that. So we're gonna use BunnyCDN to host our Astro static website in here. And I already created a review with bunny.net, and in this video we're going to focus on the ways that you can go and host your static Astro website in here. Basically, the BunnyCDN, it's cheaper than the alternative are there, like Vercel or Netlify. They're just charging like 1 cent for a gigabyte of traffic, which is 10 times cheaper than what you find in Vercel or Netlify. And in here we have the bunny.net interface, and in here I've created an article with all the things that we're gonna follow and do to have the Astro static website hosted in here on a custom domain and take advantage of their CDN. So to have a fast Astro website, and the first thing that you're going to need is to have a theme. You can use my theme for this. We're going to use this theme to host it on the BunnyCDN. So basically I have this theme that is built in Astro, and the first thing that we're going to do is to go and clone this so we can have it locally, so we can go and configure the details so the Astro to be powered by the CDN. So we're gonna need to open the terminal, and in here I will just run the git clone. I run git clone, and I will put this in the bit.doze.eu because this is the website that we're going to go and configure in there. And I will go to bit.doze.eu like this, and in here I will open the ID that will help me do things easier than going to the terminal, because it's an ID that can help you do things easily. And yeah, in here I have the detailed open, and then we're going to go and configure the Cloudflare so it can help us with this. So basically we can go, and the first thing that we're gonna do is to go and configure the site details in the Astro config, so to point to the domain that we're going to configure in there. And yeah, let's go and open this, and in the Astro config like this, we're gonna go and put the site in here. It will be bit.doze.eu like this. We can go and run the npm install to install all the packages in this and make sure that Astro is running and it can be built. So we're going to take step by step this easily, so you can understand and see how easy it is to just go and create an Astro static website on the BunnyCDN with all the things. Of course, you can go and choose to host this for free in Cloudflare. I am doing also that, but I wanted to also check other options that are out there that are fast and that can help you host your static websites for a couple of penny a month, and for them to be protected, and so you don't need to pay for a VPS server and administer the VPS server yourself. And right now the website, it is installed, and we're gonna to run npm run build to see that everything is building correctly in Astro. And this should be quite fast because this is a small website. It's a test one, and npm run dev, it will start this and it will show us the website served from localhost. So yeah, this is the website, this is the theme that I have right now. It's local, and we're gonna move it to the BunnyCDN. Okay, let me go and close all of these things, and then after we've seen that everything is working, we're gonna need to create the storage zone in bunny.net and the pool zone. These are the two things that we're gonna need to create. So in here we have the bunny interface. Let me make this thing bigger like this. And in here you have the storage and the CDN. And basically in the storage area, you're gonna need to create a storage zone. And we are gonna click the add storage zone in here. We are gonna name it. And this will be bulldozer.eu. And in here, we're gonna put it like this to be a valid name. And in here you will have the options to use the standard storage and the edge storage. I will choose the edge storage because I don't have a lot of files that will be served in here, and I want to have the fastest way possible in here. And with the edge you have the SSD and you have more options. So basically in here you will choose where the files it will be stored based on the location where the most visitors will come to your site. You can choose the zone. I live in Europe, so I will let the Frankfurt. I will activate also Madrid. And in here you can see that you have also, for instance, Asia and North America and Africa. And basically you will be charged per gigabyte, so in function of how many zones. These are the replication zones that will be created. So basically Bunny, it will go and create a mirror of your files to their data centers. So in case someone visits your site from a location, to go and serve the files from the near location. Of course the pool zone, it will also help with this. And right now I will just gonna add the zone, but if you want to go and have like the cheapest options out there, you can go and choose only one data center like this, and you will be charged only for one data center. And I will add the storage zone like this. And right now the zone, it will be created, and right now in here you will have the interface. So basically in here you can go and also add any files that you want in here with upload. We're gonna do that with the help of a script, to not do it manually. And in here you have like options to see the replication, but right now we don't have like replication, but you can go and enable it also after if you want this. And in here you have the options to connect the pool zone. So basically this is the next step that we are going to do. We're going to need and add a pool zone in here and connect it. And in here, just go and hit the connect pool zone. And in here, I will add a pool zone. And this pool zone, we're going to go and name it like pool. Okay. So I'll create it like this. Pool bulldozer.eu, or you can just put the bulldozer.eu like this to be simple. And in here you will have the origin type, and this will be a storage zone. And in here you have the option to choose the tier for this. I will use the standard tier for this, because basically you are not having like big files that you are going to go and fetch from here, like videos and things like that. And the standard tier should be enough for this. And in here you will have the pricing zones. So basically this is their CDN. And in here you can let all of this enabled, so in case the visitor from Africa will visit your site, to take advantage of the CDN. And in here you will see the price. So basically it is between 1 cent and 6 cents for gigabytes. And you have the options to enable the Bunny Shield. So basically this will gonna protect your zone from attacks and things like that. And in here you'll see the delivery costs, because it's between 1 cent and 6 cents depending of the traffic that you are having. If you only have traffic from Europe, you can disable everything. But I will let it like this right now, and I will add the pool zone. So right now the pool zone, it is created, and let's go and see the next thing in here. So the next thing that we are going to do is to go and get the API details. So basically, to deploy our website, from there you have the options to use like a local script, and in here I've created a script that it will go and deploy everything for you to the BunnyCDN, and in here you will have one environment file where you will put the Bunny storage zone. In here you will put the storage password, you'll put the pool zone ID, and in here you have the Bunny API key for your account. So the script to function with this, and basically this is the script. In here you have like some other options that you can use, like Bunny Launcher, but I couldn't have that working. You have also Bunny CLI that is not official, and the best way it will be just to have like a script that will use their API and create all of the details. So basically what this will do, it will run npm run build to see that the website is built correctly and creates the dist folder, because that's the folder that you need to upload in there, and then it will go and upload all the files in there. At the end it will purge the cache for this, so in case you make a modification, the cache to be new. And we're going to go and configure all of these things, and we're going to create the environment file for this, and then we are going to populate it with the details. And in here in the bdoze.eu new file, and I will put the environment like this, and then I will copy this, and we are gonna go and fetch the details. Okay, and in here you have the storage zone, and this it's called bdoze.eu, like this. This is the storage zone that we've created. Bunny storage password, and we are gonna go and pull this Bunny storage password from here, and in here you will have the zones like this, and in here you will have the API details with the password, and in here I will copy this. So basically this is the password. In here you will have like a username with the details, and I will go and populate this in the Bunny storage password. Then we are gonna go and have the pool zone ID. So basically in the CDN, in here you will have the option to copy pool zone ID on the pool zone that we've just created. Okay, I will copy this, I'll put this in here, and afterwards I will gonna go and copy the Bunny API key. So basically under your account, in here you will have the options to go to account settings, and in here you have the API key like this. You are gonna copy this to clipboard in here, and we're gonna go and put it in here. So basically right now we have the environment file stored, and of course when you are creating this, you're gonna need to create a gitignore file. This is having this by default, to not send the details with the API keys to the GitHub repo in case it is public, to not be leaked. And in here you see that this will not be sent when I will gonna push this. If I want to a repo, it's not mandatory to push this to a repo. You can just go in here and modify it manually and push everything. And right now we're gonna create a new file, and this it will be the deploy.sh like this. Now basically this is the deployment script, and we're gonna copy it from here. Okay, and I will gonna go and put the script in here, and right now we're gonna go and add the necessary permissions on this like this, chmod +6 to the deploy script, and then we're gonna run it and see if it's working. Right now I will open again the terminal to the project like this in here, and clear this, and I will do it like this, and then we're gonna start it. And right now this will gonna go and build the website, and at the end it will gonna go and upload each file, and it looks like it doesn't have access because the zone is wrong in here. I didn't put the correct name. The zone name is bdoze-eu. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, and right now you see that this it's uploading and it tells okay. and you have like 120 files. In function of how many files you have, it can take some time to upload the details, but you can create like modify the script to run this in parallel so it can be faster. And right now, if we're going to go in the storage, in the zone like this, you're gonna see that you're gonna see all the files in here. And right now, if we're gonna go to the CDN part in here, we're gonna go to the pool zone that we've created. In here you have the options to add your custom host name, and in here you'll see that you already have a domain with the details. So basically this is the defaulted thing that they are creating for you. And if we're gonna go and check this, you're gonna see that right now your website, it's live and it's working. So the website is working, but you are not having the custom domain added. So you can go and add the custom host name in here and bit.doze.eu like this. And right now you're gonna need to go to your DNS provider and create a CNAME that will gonna point to the zone that we've created like this. So in bit.doze.eu, in here I have it in Cloudflare. I'm gonna go and add a record. This record, it will be a CNAME like this. It will go from the principal and it will go to the target. I will stop the proxy things in here because I'm gonna use the bunny things. And right now we should have the main website that is pointing to the pool zone that we've just created. This can take like a couple of minutes for this to be synchronized, so you need to wait for like 1 or 2 minutes, and then you can hit the verify and activate SSL for this. So I will wait for 2 or 3 minutes to have the full process in here, and then I will gonna go and hit the activate. Okay, I waited 1 or 2 minutes, and right now let's hit the verify and activate SSL. Okay, we're gonna need to wait for a couple of minutes more. Okay, it is successful, and right now you should have the domain. You can enable for SSL certificate to be sure, and in here you have the options to delete it. And right now if we're gonna go and open this, https bit.doze.eu like this, and right now you see that the website is served in here, and right now you have the domain with the SSL certificates and you have everything working. In case, for instance, you want to modify something in here, let's say you want to add like a new post, in here you can go to source, content, post. I will duplicate this just for you to show you like this, and I will change the name to test post like this, so you can see that it's actually working. And right now you need to go and run the deploy again after you save the file, and this will build the website and it will start loading the files again to the CDN. Of course you can go and optimize this script to only load what you've modified and what you have added new, so you don't wait a lot of time for this to go and upload everything, because you don't need to upload everything in there. And right now if we refresh this, let's see, test post in here, you see that my post, it is in here and it is working. And right now if we're gonna go in here, you'll see that you have some other options in here that you can go and activate. You have the caching, you can activate the smart caching for this origin shield. You have the security options in here to block some of the things, to see the SSL. You have the traffic manager in here, block countries. You can add the headers in here. You have the shield in here, and right now the shield, it's activated and it will protect my website. And this is free, so you have like 20 million requests that are free for this. Then you have the web application firewall that you can customize. You have the rules, DDoS mitigation, you can do rate limiting, as access list, you have the upload scanning thing. But of course, some of the things are advanced and you need to pay. You can activate also the optimizer for images. Astro already have something by default, but if you want, you can go and use the Bunny optimizer, but you need to pay $9.50 for each website. And here you have some edge rules, network limit that you can set, and in here you have like Bunny AI. I guess this is something new that they are working on. And yeah, right now your website is live and you can go and modify it, visit it. You can go and enhance the scripts and all of the things. And in here, for instance, also they're offering a DNS option. So for instance, for my Romanian website like this, I'm also using them to host my DNS in here. And you can also go and use their CDN options in here and other things if you want. So yeah, in here you see that you have the same things in here with the DNS records that it is pointing in there. Okay, this is already registered, and in here if you're gonna see an overview, you're gonna see that yeah, the pool zone is running, and you see that there are some requests. The traffic is slow because basically there aren't a lot of visitors to this website. But yeah, in this I just wanted to show you that you can use BunnyCDN to easily host your static website. You can go and have like a 40 days free trial. If you don't want to rely on other things like Cloudflare or Vercel or Netifly or have your own VPS, you can use the BunnyCDN quite easily. And if we're going to test, for instance, this website, we're gonna see that this should be quite fast. So in here we're gonna go and put our URL like this, and we're gonna hit analyze, and this would go and analyze the website. And yeah, in function of what you have there, this should be fast. So you see that right now this it has 100% and the speeds are very, very good. So yeah, this is the video. In case you like what you have seen, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.